All right, let's jump right in. We're breaking down the Future Today Institute's 2025 Tech Trends Report. And you know what? This year, it's pretty much all about one thing: AI. Seriously, it's the single force sending out these massive ripples, changing, well, everything. We're talking about our physical world, even the code of life itself. So let's follow those ripples back to where they start. So, how big of a change are we talking about here? Well, get this. MIT is predicting that by 2030, AI agents could automate 80%, that's 80% of all coding tasks. Just let that sink in for a second. That one stat, it's a huge hint that our entire digital world is about to be remade. And honestly, it's already happening. Okay, so what's the big deal? What's the fundamental shift that's making all this possible? Well, it's this idea of a new autonomous engine. AI isn't just a tool anymore, it's becoming an autonomous agent. And this is the key idea behind, well, everything we're about to talk about. See, AI is moving from just analyzing stuff to actually doing stuff. For so long, it was like a passenger, just watching the world go by and giving us reports. Now, it's getting behind the wheel. It's not just giving us insights anymore, it's executing complex tasks all by itself. That's the leap right there, from insight to action. So, what's the tech behind this? It's something called a large action model, or LAM for short. Now, unlike the AI models you might be used to that just handle language or images, LAMs are trained to actually take action, and they have a ton of fuel to learn from. The report estimates that by 2030, we'll have over 125 billion connected devices out there, all feeding a constant stream of data to these AIs, teaching them how to operate in our world completely on their own. And this evolution, it's absolutely profound. Just think about it. Yesterday, AI was basically a tool we had to direct. We fed it data, it gave us back some analysis, a tool for insight. But today, it's becoming an agent for action. It can handle complex tasks without us holding its hand. It's not just our super smart calculator anymore. It's becoming our collaborator. Okay, so let's track the first ripple. This is where this new agentic AI stops being just code on a server and starts, moving things around in the real world. We're talking about real, tangible changes to the world of steel, concrete, and energy. And one of the biggest impacts, even though you might not see it, is on our critical infrastructure. I'm talking about things like our power grids. Right now, AI agents are managing the flow of electricity. They're analyzing demand in real time, predicting what we'll need next, and making our whole system way more efficient and stable. This is autonomous AI working on a massive industrial scale. And it's happening all over the place. In factories, you've got intelligent robots that can finally handle messy, real-world environments. Out on the oceans, there are fully autonomous cargo ships like the Yara Birkeland already being tested. We're talking fewer costs, less human error, and in logistics, AI is finally starting to fix our supply chains, which, let's be honest, are often a complete mess. And the difference between these new robots and the old ones is just night and day. Traditional robots, they were stuck on assembly lines, doing the same repetitive task over and over in a controlled space. But today's AI-powered robots, they're intelligent. They can adapt to new situations on the fly and make their own decisions. They're not just programmed machines anymore. They're becoming true collaborators. All right, now let's follow that ripple even deeper. We're moving on from reshaping the physical world to something even more profound. We're talking about hacking the code of life itself. This is where AI and biotechnology are coming together to produce breakthroughs that seriously feel like they're straight out of science fiction. Just listen to this. In a clinical trial from February 2025, personalized mRNA vaccines showed incredible success in treating pancreatic cancer. Now, this isn't just about a new drug. It's a whole new way of thinking about medicine. AI helps create a custom-made treatment that literally teaches a patient's own immune system how to hunt down and fight their specific cancer. It's amazing. And the potential impact here is just staggering. AI is speeding up drug discovery like never before, finding patterns in data that no human ever could. It's making diagnostics better by spotting tiny anomalies in medical scans. As we just saw, it's the engine driving personalized medicine. And get this, it's even helping create what are called xenobots. These are tiny, programmable, living machines, biological robots that could one day deliver medicine with pinpoint accuracy right inside our bodies. So, the final ripple is the widest one of all, and this one touches every single one of us. This is about how autonomous AI starts to redefine our society, our trust in what we see and read, and even how nations deal with conflict. And make no mistake, AI is already a huge player in geopolitics.
The report points out that the Pentagon has used AI to help with target selection in over 85 airstrikes. At the same time, it's forcing a new kind of diplomacy, like the agreement between the US and China that a human, not an AI, must always be in control of nuclear weapons. But it's also being used for good, with NATO using AI to process imagery super fast in disaster zones to help with relief efforts. But all this power creates a really profound challenge for society. The report calls it a synthetic tsunami, and that's the perfect term for it. We're seeing a flood of AI-generated content, everything from political deepfakes to incredibly sophisticated financial scams, and it's making it harder than ever to know what's real. This is actively chipping away at our trust in the news, in our institutions, in basically everything. And this brings us to a really tricky ethical question, one that the report poses directly. Researchers are building AI that can read our emotions just from tiny expressions on our faces. So as our devices get smarter, not just taking our commands, but maybe even understanding how we feel, we really have to ask ourselves, how comfortable are we with that? What does that mean for something like privacy? So, with all these huge ripples of change heading our way, what do we do? How do we possibly get ready for this? How do we navigate a future that's being reshaped so quickly by this autonomous AI? Well, the report actually lays out some very clear, actionable advice. Number one, leadership, and that means everyone from CEOs to politicians has to become tech literate. They need to understand this stuff to make smart decisions. Two, companies need to balance making money today with investing in these crazy new technologies for the long haul. And three, we all need to start thinking more about the future, using things like scenario planning to get ahead of the curve, to see the risks, but also to spot the incredible new opportunities. And that leaves us with one last really critical question. We've seen how autonomous AI is becoming, in a very real sense, the architect of our future, building our world, our medicine, our society. So if AI is the architect, the question for all of us is who's going to write the blueprints?